Hi, in this movie I illustrate how the method toString can be defined if you would like an object to know how to print itself. And for this movie I print out a circle, and I have a very simple circle class. And you can see that the private data member, what it means to be a circle is just to have a radius. So my radius is the thing that defines the class circle toString. And I have a default constructor that sets it to 1, and a constructor that takes a parameter. And really all I do in this class is calculate the area and calculate the perimeter, because we're going to focus down here on how toString is implemented. As it says up here, and as we have discussed in class, if you do not implement toString for an object, just the hex address will print out. So what is important about toString is that this signature right here is absolutely not flexible. It needs to be named exactly this, toString, with a lowercase t and an uppercase s. It cannot accept any parameters. This must be empty. It must return a string. And it should be public. There's no reason for it not to be public. You want a driver to be able to access that. And it's not going to make any difference what kind of object. This will be exactly the same for each one. So what you want to do is you want to make a local string right here. And you want to build it to print out whatever you would like it to say. For this particular one, we're just going to start out with a string and say this shape is a circle, and concatenate to that string the value of its radius and print out the value of its private data member. Make a new line. Its perimeter is, and perimeter, and its area. And then, since this returns a string right here, then you will always have the last statement be the same. You return the local string that you built. So we looked at this code. Let's look at the driver. Very simple driver. All I do is I make a new object, circle toString C is assigned new circle toString, and I pass it 10, so it has a radius of 10. And now I can just say system.out.println C, and C is the circle toString object, the other class that we were talking about. And since toString is defined, this will print out the string that we have defined for this class. I actually made a couple changes. I put a new line after perimeter, so it prints out a little bit nicer than the one shown on that other image. So let's go ahead and run it. And you can see that it says the shape is a circle, the radius is 10, its perimeter, and all that area and all that information. If we go back into circle toString and comment out the toString method, and we print this out like this, let's see what happens. You can see that a lovely hex address is printed because it doesn't know how to print itself, and therefore it prints the address. So once again, this is not flexible at all. The fact that you're going to return the string that you built is not flexible at all. But this in here can really be anything that you think is appropriate for that object. And that's all there is to toString.